can we do the intro for the video first? Hello, book nerds. Today is a long weekend, which means I am off tomorrow. I am off on Saturday. I am off on Sunday. I am off on Monday. That gives me 4 days to do nothing but dedicated reading. So I have decided that we are going to do a reading challenge. So over the next 4 days, I am going to challenge myself to read for 24 hours. So a full 24-hour reading log. We're going to do the stopwatch challenge kind of version of it. So anytime I'm actively reading, I will have a time stopwatch going where I have to, that's my time. So in the course of the 4 days, because there are some things that are going to be happening this weekend, like baking. I can be listening to an audiobook while I'm baking, and that will count towards time. It's not based off of the time of the audiobook, it's based off of the active time reading. There is also Father's Day is this weekend, so Talon is not home. If I'm hot girl walking with Cora Girl, who is being a menace here today, then we can count those audio minutes and hours. I don't know how I'm going to do that since I basically record everything off of my phone, so I don't know how I'm going to give you the time frames and maybe updates and like show you a picture of the stopwatch or what have you. We'll figure that out as we go. As far as what books I'm planning to read for this, we might do some Royal Assassin, because I need to make more of a dent in this. I've only read like 2 or 3 chapters. I've read 2 chapters and a prologue. I am hoping to get this finished by the end of June. So this weekend would be the perfect time to sit down and do some dedicated part of this reading that I keep putting off. I know I can read a romance book in a weekend, or in like a day. So let's see what we have on the TBR cart that I want to do for June, which is, ironically, it is right there. So we have 2 books here. You with a View by Jessica Joyce. I've read this. It's been a while. I read this, I think, the year that it came out. I read it on my Kindle, and now I have a physical copy. And then, my best friend, she wrote another book. This is Emily's second book, as we see here. So we have book 2, which is a female sport. It's following our lovely volleyball player here. This is Nash, and Wyatt, I believe. Yes, Nash and Wyatt. So these are 2 that I would like to do, and I know I can get these done easily, and that it would be fine. Other than that, I don't know what else I plan on reading, but these 2 are top of the list. Maybe I need to finish this arc. It's Lavender Spike. It is like some kind of sci-fi thing. But this is an arc that I got on Indie Bookstore Day, and it actually releases this month. So I really do need to finish this. I'm like 50 pages in, maybe less. No, 51 pages is where I'm at. I'm on chapter 9. Very short very short chapters. It's just, I was reading it at work and it really wasn't clicking, so I set it down. So we've definitely got some options of what we're gonna read, and we'll start something soon, maybe tomorrow. It might be first thing tomorrow with my coffee. We'll kind of decide what I want to read. So join me on this long weekend of being child-free and reading books over 24 hours. Your girl needs sleep. I'm getting old, unfortunately. I hate to think about my age and the fact that I'm in my late 30s. So I must sleep. So that's why we're going to do the stopwatch method, because I need to sleep. I cannot function if I am not sleeping. So we might up the time if we hit 24 hours early, like real early. But we'll kind of go from there. So for now, I'll see you at the beginning of the first check-in. Bye. Coffee. Grab my coffee spoon. Good morning, book nerds. We have coffee. We have a pup. And we decided on a book. We're going to read The Last Night at the Telegraph Club. This is a National Book Award winner, a Stonewall Book Award winner, Youth Literature Award winner, and a Michael Prince Award winner for excellence in young adult literature. So, Gordon moved my camera. Good job. The book is about two women and they fall in love with each other. And then Lily asked the question that had taken root in her, that was even now unfurling its leaves and demanding to be shown the sun. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Lily Hugh can't remember exactly when the question took root, but the answer was clear the moment she and Kath Miller walked under the neon sign of a lesbian bar called the Telegraph Club. America in 1954 is not a safe place for two girls to fall in love. Red Scare paranoia threatens everyone, including Chinese Americans like Lily. With deportation looming over her father, Lily and Kath risk everything for love. I actually got this book a few years ago, and I keep all of the little love notes that come with my books. This is from Dom. You deserve a sweet treat from Dom. Which was very sweet because I remember receiving this book. It was shortly after my old apartment flooded back in 2024. So this book has been on my TBR for a while. We have the laptop here. I don't know if I can do the timers at the same time on both places. But they're both Apple products, so you would think that everything would function the same. I know what my password is to... Nope. Or I was born in 2003. Let's see if we have a timer. Oh, I gotta set it for 23 hours and 59 minutes. Okay. I'll bring you over here. It's a little messy on this table. Timer is set. We will stop and go as we need to throughout the day. And I will check in with you and tell you what the total is. But this is the first book we're going to start with, If I change books halfway through because I feel the need to, I will, and that'll be that. She's just a dog with her bum. She's sad. It's gonna be a chill Friday because we're off. And we're gonna go from there and see what we can do. Yeah. So let's get to reading. All right. First check-in. We are 87 pages in. We read the first part, which is just giving you the lay of the land. So you meet the Who family. I'm not sure on the pronunciation. And you really get the lay of the land for Lily and Lily's family. You're set in the 1950s, so the world is very different in the 1950s, and that this is a young girl starting to realize that maybe she likes girls. She's very uncomfortable when a boy asks her to a dance, and the same boy that asked her to a dance, his older brother, is thought to be in association with the Communist Party in China. And her dad now, they just told her that her dad's immigration papers have been taken because he won't just give the government what they want. Which is really weird, seeing that they're using the FBI, and now in the current state of the world, I forgot that it was the FBI agency that did these kind of investigations previously, because now we have Homeland Security, ICE, Border Patrol. There's so many different agencies that do these kinds of investigations. And where we're currently at, that's a whole other ball game and completely different than what it was supposed to be. Politics aside, I am really enjoying learning the different culture. It's very much set in Chinatown, and you meet two girls, Lily and Kath. We've been reading for this long. We'll put in a little picture, but little over an hour or so. Really cool thing that did happen. I just happened to be checking Storygraph and putting in the pages that I've read, because I have a lovely little streak of 172 days straight of reading and not missing a single day, which is great. But I won a giveaway from Storygraph, from Macmillan's Audio. I'm very excited about it. I won Hot Girl Murder Club by Ashley Winstead for the audiobook, which is really cool because I just finished Ashley Winstead's other book recently that was The Future Saints. So I'm really excited to continue reading Ashley Winstead. This one sounds really cool. It's a thriller. And I never win anything, so it's really cool that I won something. I find that fascinating. So we're gonna take a little break. Maybe listen to an audiobook. I started All Fours by Miranda July yesterday, because I literally just finished The Future Saints yesterday while I was at work, and I really enjoyed that book. It was very much like Daisy Jones and the Six and The Favorites by Lane Fargo, where you're dealing with a band that is dealing with some heavy topics like grief, and what that looks like from different perspectives, and the manager that takes over after a major death happens in the band's life. So it was really good. I'm really excited about it. They said I should have the book within the next couple of weeks, so that'll be pretty exciting. I gotta figure out how to read that, because I get a digital audio download via Google Play, and I use Safari and stuff, so that's gonna be fun. I think I'm going to try and make my crab rangoon, because it's currently like 60 degrees, which is the lowest it's been in a couple of weeks, and I need to use the oven for it. So we're gonna go do that, I think, and call it a day. So we're gonna take a little break, and we'll pick up reading and see what we do. Okay, bye, book nerds. All right, book nerds. So we've been listening to the audiobook since we went on our hot girl walk, which was All Fours by Miranda July. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if it's just not one that I should have been doing via audio or maybe with my eyeballs. I don't know. But in that process, I made crab rangoon pinwheels. They just came out of the oven because you have to cook the dough, apparently. I don't know. But this is what we're working with. They do not look neat at all. They just came out of the oven. So they smell good. I can't wait to eat one. I'm actually very hungry and it's just about time for lunch. So I guess that's one thing to do. I also cleaned my stove. I need to do some unpacking things because, we moved into this apartment in March and I still have things that are not packed or unpacked properly or, a bunch of stuff. So, yeah. But we've listened to an hour, so we're about 2 hours into the challenge. I used a different stopwatch, so I have to do the math. I think I'm about 2.5 hours in. So I'm ready to actually sit down and read. I don't know. We're going to see what we come up with. But for now, I've successfully done things. And it's only noon. So, yay. I'm so proud of these, though. Other than the fact that they're super messy, I think I did okay. I don't cook well, so I'm really trying things. The Recipe app, my favorite thing in the world. Now I can actually plan things. Next thing for food-wise is going to be cheeseburger bombs. I'm pretty excited about those too. So we're going to see what happens. Who knows? Good evening, book nerds. Have you ever set a goal for yourself and then decided promptly that you don't want to read at all? So instead you sit and watch TV? Because that's what happened so far. We've read for maybe 4 hours total. Maybe. I did also just take a 4-hour long nap, which was incredible and glorious, and I loved every second of it on this couch. But so far, I've read 5 hours of All Four by Miranda July, and I still don't know how I feel about this book, because you have a mom. And it is a great character study, but I don't know how I feel about this book, because this book is kind of driving me nuts as a mom. There's always that spot where you are not your own person. And I get that, and I understand that completely. And this main character is a mom and a wife. And this whole first part of the book, I finally got into part 2, so I'm waiting to see more. I'm about halfway through the book currently. And I don't know if it's one of those books maybe I should have read with my eyeballs instead of with the audiobook, but it's from the library, so I'm not going to really complain. But the whole first section, she's going on this road trip that she doesn't go on. She ends up being 30 minutes away for 3 weeks with a man who's younger than her, who is also married, that they have this cosmic connection and are in love with each other. They don't do anything that is cheating except for the emotional cheating. So there's no physical cheating, but there's still cheating involved, at least in my own perspective. But she's struggling with her own identity of who am I outside of being a mom and a wife? And I get that. That part I understand. I fully am on board with that concept. It's the whole cheating on your spouse thing that bothers me and really makes me want to throw my phone because I'm listening to it. And I don't know how I feel about it. So I'm struggling in that aspect of what the fuck is this book? So we have that, and we'll get to there. Yesterday, I read the 80 pages of the Last Night at the Telegraph Club. I haven't touched a physical book yet today, and it's like 8:30 in the evening. So we're gonna see. I took a long nap through a thunderstorm, apparently. I am completely caught up on Vox Machina. I am not okay with where that last episode took off, and we have the last 3 episodes coming out this coming week. And then I watched The Mighty Nine because I never finished that one. And then today, I am still so upset with Netflix that we never got the Six of Crows TV show. So I'm rewatching Shadow and Bone, which when this aired, like, I love the fact that they took the crows and integrated them into this series, because they don't belong in this series at all. They're separate. They're in the same world, but it's a separate thing. And I'm so upset that we never got the crows doing the crows things. It annoys me to no end, because this cast, for who they have playing the crows, is phenomenal. Like, we're currently, I'm in the middle of, I just started season 2, and you get the full Crows experience. You have Freddie Carter as Kaz, which peak, perfect casting. Amita Suman as Inej, and also, and then you have Kit Young as Jesper, and Jack Wolf as Wyland, and they're so cute and so precious. And then you have Nina and Matthias, and it's just everything about this cast is so freaking good. They're so perfect. And they never got their own show, and it makes me irrationally angry that Netflix canceled Shadow and Bone before doing the Crows, giving the Crows at least 1 season to get through their heist. Ugh. So that's where I'm at. So I think we're at 20. We might be under 20 hours, because basically the only time I've read anything is on our hot girl walks with a core girl, who is currently sitting beside me with a bone. So, and everything else I've just dedicated to watching TV, which has been nice. Like, I never sit down and just watch TV. I normally do like a YouTube video to go to bed to, but I don't sit down and watch TV often. So we're going to see how well we get. We have 2 more days and whatever time I go to bed tonight. So we could do that. We could still hit 24 hours. It's just, I'm really glad I didn't set the challenge at 48 hours, because that would have been bad. I would never have made it. So we'll check in whenever we have more to talk about, and kind of go from there. But for now, just be kind to yourself. If you want to sit down and have a do-nothing day, fully support. It is worth the do-nothing day. You know? Self-care. Do the thing. It's time to go to Barnes & Noble. I haven't been to Barnes & Noble in a long time. So this is my monthly binge. I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 books. We'll see. Barnes. I am home now. I have finished a book. We'll discuss that. We'll do a check-in of what time we're at, but we're going to do the little book haul. The biggest thing was I got my new D&D characters character notebook. It needs decorated, it needs filled out. I wanted a dark forest green, but they didn't have the dot grid, so we've got this really nice dark navy. You'll see her upcoming. I believe we said fall over on Quest Junkies for what is coming out there. And then as far as the books go, I got 3 books. One I have been very much looking forward to. This is The Someday Garden. This is Ashley Poston's new release for this one. As far as the back goes, every garden has its secrets. When Sophie Dreer plans her escape to coastal Maine for the summer for a temporary job revitalizing the storied grounds of Lily Moore House, she doesn't expect to fall in love, but she does. With the beguiling land, the fragrant flowers, and the towering hedge maze, with the quirky staff and the enigmatic woman who owns the place. Then the door appears. Never in the same place twice, it leads her to a secret, unfinished garden with a frustrated thundercloud of a man trapped inside. This mysterious garden is not the only sign that the future of Lilymore is unstable. The foliage resists Sophie's careful nurturing. Vines threaten to strangle the hedges, and the manor's owner has wild ideas about who will take over when she retires, including her inconveniently attractive nephew, who is also just there for the summer. Despite herself, Sophie has come to care for the residents of Lilymore as much as she cares for its grounds. With the help of one man on the outside of the secret garden and one man on the inside, she might be the only person who can figure out exactly why Lilymore needs to bloom once more. So, I'm very excited. Ashley Poston is more of a magical realism romance literary thing. I have had mixed bouts with her. Dead Romantics was not my favorite. I really enjoyed A Novel Love Story. I thought it was super cute, and some people did not. The music one was last year, and I liked that one a lot as well. Everyone loves The 7-Year Slip, and it was not my favorite. But I really enjoy Ashley Poston. Her writing is always impeccable. It's just sometimes the stories aren't what I'm looking for at the moment, but I really like them. The second one I got was A Master of Jinn by P. Djeli Clark. This, again, I'm really liking Middle Eastern fantasy, which this is a tour fantasy. Cairo in 1912. Though Fatma El Shawari is the youngest woman working in the Ministry of Alchemy, Enchantments, and Supernatural Entities, she's certainly not a rookie, especially after preventing the destruction of the universe last summer. So when someone murders the members of a secret brotherhood dedicated to one of the most famous men in history, Al-Jahiz, Agent Fatma is called to the case. Al-Jahiz transformed the world 40 years ago when he opened up the veil between the magical and mundane realms before vanishing into the unknown. The murderer claims to be Al-Jahiz, returned to condemn the modern age for its social oppressions. His dangerous magical abilities instigate unrest in the streets of Cairo that threatens to spill onto the global stage. Alongside her ministry colleagues and a familiar face from her past, Agent Fatma must unravel the mystery behind the imposter to restore peace to the city or face the possibility he could be exactly who he seems. It includes the story that began it all, a dead djinn in Cairo. So I'm very excited. I've heard nothing but good things about this. He's also, P. Djeli Clark is also the author of Rangshout, which I've heard great things about. I am not really a horror person. Might be fantasy, but it kind of feels horror-esque. So I'm really excited about this one. I've been looking at that one for a while. And then I also got Fonda Lee's newest one, The Last Contract of Izuko. This is her most recent. Live by the code, die by the knife. On the merciless planet of Aquilo, where your job determines your worth, legendary swordsman Izuko commands the highest price. But every legend must come to an end when her longtime client unexpectedly retires. She plans to follow, to walk out into Aquilo's frozen wasteland with her head held high and her family enriched by her death. But when she's offered a final mission, she can't refuse, especially when she realizes who lies at its center. Martim, her last and worst apprentice, who somehow made his way to the top. As she's thrust into a world of corporate espionage and shadowy secrets, what she uncovers could forever change humanity's existence among the stars. It's an epic science fiction like only Fonda Lee can write it, set in a world where money trumps loyalty, the elite have the power to extend life or end it, and one woman in the twilight of her calling must decide what's ultimately worth living or dying for. Ironically, P. Jelly Clark blurbed this and says, a tale full of intrigue and action that keeps you on the edge of your seat. So, really funny that two of the authors that I picked up today were there. So that is the haul. Now, as far as the books I finished, so far I've only finished one. It was the audiobook because it's an hour drive from where I'm at to our closest Barnes & Noble, and that's where I was picking Talon up from his dad's. I don't know how I feel about that book. As far as a character study book goes, yes, it was great to see that. I'm fully on board with a woman discovering who she is outside of a mom, outside of a spouse, outside of mom, wife, sibling, caretaker, etc. To be who you are as a person, to find things that make you you. I really enjoyed moving from part one. Part one is what really stuck for me. I did not like that section of the book. I almost DNF'd probably 3 times before I got to the next section, which is after her stint in the motel and the emotional cheating that she was doing, which almost turned into physical cheating. I don't like cheating in any capacity. It hits way too close to home for myself. But then the character moving into the other aspects of what happens with your relationship when you pick this person, and this is the person that you want to spend your life with, but you're not romantically involved, but that's still the father of your child, and what happens when you open your relationship up and the damage that causes and everything else along with it. I really liked that aspect to a point. I really have mixed feelings about that book. I don't think I would recommend it unless you are really looking for unlikable characters and a character study of a woman going through perimenopause and what that looks like. I did start a little bit more of the Last Night at the Telegraph Club. We're at 100 pages, and let's take a look here at the clock. We're at 15 and a half hours, a little under 15 and a half. So I've read for 10 hours over the course of 2.5 days. I don't know if we're going to finish this in the 4-day weekend that I thought I was going to, but we'll see. It's still early, and I've got plenty of time to read and plenty of sunlight-ish. So we'll see what we manage to get through. We have a doctor's appointment for Talon tomorrow, first thing in the morning, and then I have to go to my mom and dad's because they are getting a new washer because theirs broke. So I told my mom I would be happy to go be there while they were installing for them. The ball on this earring fell out, and I just noticed that it's screwed up. So I gotta go fix that. So toodaloos. I will talk more when I have more for you, and we'll kind of go from there. See ya. Hello. It is now Monday. It is about 3:30 in the afternoon. We have 9.5 hours left we might be pushing this to tomorrow whenever I'm working from home and see what we can read. But I did just finish my reread of You with a View. I decided I was going to read this cute little summer romance last night. But it's not just a summer romance. Oh, Chloe Lease blurbed the back. I love Chloe Lease. Angsty atmospheric perfection, this road trip romance is an unforgettable journey of tender-hearted healing, scorching chemistry, and divinely witty banter, which is exactly what this is. So Noelle recently lost her grandmother, her person that was this person who always built her up. This is also Jessica Joyce's debut romance, and it follows her finding letters from a man that she had never met, who had a relationship with her grandmother when she was in college, which she didn't even know that her grandmother had tried to go to college before her dad was older. Find out that from TikTok, someone says, "This is my grandfather," and it turns out it is her old high school rival, Theo. And they end up going on a road trip together because it was what Paul, Theo's grandfather, and and Noelle's grandmother had planned for their honeymoon. And it goes through the whole story of why they weren't together, who her grandmother was in that time in her life. And it also gives you Noelle and Theo and them being who they are and kind of leaning in and learning from that. It's a really beautiful book. It was a reread for me. I highly recommend it if you like emotional journeys in your stories. It is spicy, but it's not that much spice. There's like one or two scenes in it that are really kind of spicy, but it is more heartfelt and genuine. And I cried quite a few times in this because it's emotional. And my heart just was in my feels. But I did finish the book. We still have 9.5 hours to read in this 24-hour challenge over 4 days, 5 days. I'm going to just keep going until I've read the full 24 hours at this point. But we have options as far as what we're going to read next. I might continue on with The Last Night at the Telegraph Club. I don't know what I'm going to read yet, but we're going to continue reading, and as soon as I start, then we'll start the timer again, and we'll kind of work from there. But yeah, we're at 9 hours and 36 minutes. Lovely. That one day of just literally sitting and doing nothing but watching Vox Machina and The Mighty Nine, it kind of destroyed that idea of getting it done in 3 days. But we'll see. We'll see what we get done. So far, we've read 2 full books, I believe. Yeah, I think 2 full books is what we have managed to read. So it's not a bad way to go. So we're just going to keep trucking along, see what we can accomplish, and go from there. Until later, book nerds. Good morning, book nerds. It is currently Tuesday, June 23rd. We still have about, what do we got? We have 7.5 hours left. It is a work day. But I am at home because I have a doctor's appointment. Hopefully we can figure out some of the health issues that have been going on, and kind of go from there. So that would be really nice. Today's book is by my dear friend, Emily Rex. I absolutely love her. I have been anxiously waiting for the right time to read Love on the Block because I love the Houston Hurricanes, but this is her sport. This is Nash and volleyball, and they are currently fake dating, and I have giggled already. I am 80 pages in. They're at the awards dinner for for Wyatt. And I'm very excited to see how these two dorks will play off the fake dating. Meanwhile, both of them are absolutely in love with each other, have been the entire time, but are dumbasses and don't know how to communicate with each other. And I just love them. They currently live together because Nash is coming back to get volleyball set up in the States. And their first home game, Wyatt was there to support her, and the boys got put up on the Jumbotron and basically took over all of the publicity. So Nash is trying to figure out, says, hey, well, what if we fake date, because it'll help me and it'll help you, because you told your mom that I'm your date to your brother's wedding. Super cute. Fake dating. We love a fake dating. I love them. Jaden being on Temmie's ass and like wanting her telephone number, fabulous. Emily has some balls because as somebody that spent time in Texas, saying that something is better than Whataburger is a sin. It's blasphemous, and she knows it, and I told her this, because do I immediately, when I'm friendly with the author, am I immediately going through all of our text messages and giving her a play-by-play as I read? Yes. Did I do it with Red Zone Realizations also? Yes. Will I continue to do it? Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm still waiting for Mac's book. I know the plans of the couples, and I just want them in my gritty hands, but Emily can only write so fast, and I'm very excited for who is book 3. I'm also just excited to finish this. They're going to go up on my trophies over there. Red Zone Realizations is over there already. But yeah, so we have about 7.5 hours left. I do have a doctor's appointment. So I'll have audiobook time for that. So yeah, I think we can do... It took me 5 days to read 24 hours, but that's okay. So today is a work from home day while I prepare to figure out what's going on. We'll give you an update later, maybe if I have any idea or a clue or indication of how to fix me. It is chilly in Western Pennsylvania today. I do have my fan on because I always have my fan on to sleep, but I want my hoodie. So I'll check in with you guys later. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you in a bit. Bye, book nerds. Hello! We're sitting here because, I forgot to finish out the vlog. So for my 24-hour readathon, I finished my 2 hours that was still owed last week with an audiobook. I got my hands on the last book in the Wayward Children series by Shauna McGuire, Through the Gates of Garnet and Gold, I believe, which actually was really exciting, and it went back to Nancy from like way back at the beginning of the series. So it was very fun. It was a cute little portal fantasy that I love, the Wayward Children series. So I need to get the physical copy of the book because I have them all in the hardback versions on the shelves out in the dining room. But to wrap out the 24-hour reading vlog, I ended up reading a total of 4 books, 2 physical books, which I never finished telling you about Love on the Block, which I think might actually be my favorite one that Em has written. I loved Red Zone Realizations, but I just loved Wyatt and Noah. And Wyatt and Noah. Noah is the man. They're friends. Wyatt and Nash. The big thing for me is that they're idiots who don't know how to communicate with each other. So I love them. They're super cute. I actually really liked this one. And the fact that it focused on her and her sports career and not him. Very few romance books actually do that. You with a View was a reread. Absolutely adored. And then the last book that I've read in the vlog is All Fours by Miranda July. And that book... I I have thoughts. I still have many thoughts about that book, and I don't know if I liked it or if I hated it, or while it was fascinating, I would not want to spend more time in that woman's brain. As somebody that is approaching 40, I would never do the shit that she did in that book. Ever. But I get it. Character study and all that. So, like, for what it was good. But not my favorite book that I read. Out of the books that I did read, these two are probably my favorite. And both of them are the only physical books that I read. But I had a great time with a 24-hour little reading vlog. It took longer than expected. Oh, Cora. Hi. She's right behind the camera. You want to come say hi? It's very hot currently. We're in the middle of a heat wave since I forgot to. Come here. She has her very cute sweater vest on, and I'm in her spot that she likes to be in, which is right under the fan. We've got new bedspreads, and her cute little sweater vest is for. Oh, look at this! It's so cute. Highly recommend, especially if you have a very fuzzy dog. You soak it, and it helps them to stay cool. It has a nice little strap on the bottom here for her chest, where it keeps her nice and cool, so we don't have her out all day, stuff like that. So she's a very fuzzy fuzz bucket who is very, very hot, and it is very, very hot, and having that little sliver of light open in the middle of the day is making it very hot in this room. So on that note, toodaloo, book nerds. Thanks for joining me on my first reading vlog challenge thing. I'm gonna go back to reading The Hunger Games now. So, bye!